Well, I wanted to be a fighter pilot, and my heart was set on that. And I passed the mental exam, and then I went over to take the physical exam. I passed everything in my eyesight, 20/40 eyesight, so that wiped me out as far as pilot training is concerned. So I came back over, and the old Buck Sergeant, three-striper, and I told him about that. He said, "Kid, we'll give you a waiver if you'll fly gliders." Now, I never heard the word glider. So I said, "What's glider?" "Hell, kid, it's flying. Take it or leave it." The night before we took off, the intelligence briefed us on the mission. We were across the Rhine River near Western Germany. That night, as I always did, I looked around, I wondered who's going to get killed the next day. And I lay there, and I kept that going over them. It'd be a hell of a thing to get killed in the last mission. I turned over on my stomach, and the only prayer I knew. Now lay me down to sleep and pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take.
Taking off from 17 airfields in north-central France and 11 airfields in southeastern England, the Grand Offensive was not coming as a surprise to the German High Command. Large numbers of German troops and new anti-aircraft guns were positioned in all conceivable landing zones, and the Allied glider pilots' mission was to land right on top of them.
We were there, and I mean all hell was breaking loose. People were dying, people were getting wounded, and everything. And Maggie said, "I wonder what's going on up there. I wonder what's going on up there." And I'm just sitting there in the corner holding my can of fruit cocktail. Finally, I said, "Well, Don, if you want to know what's going on up there, step up on that ledge and stick your head up and see what's going on." I said, "I know what's going on up there. You can hear it." So he stuck his head up, and just that moment, a bullet ricocheted off a tree, and the bark hit Don in the cheek. He screamed, "Oh God, I'm hit, oh God, I'm hit, oh God, I'm dying, oh God, I'm dying." He's down there screaming. I look at him, I said, "Don, you ain't even bleeding. A piece of bark hit you in the tree." Well, he was greatly relieved, but it satisfied his curiosity. He didn't stick his head up anymore. In a matter of 1 second, you're jerked off the ground. Now, the way you got to do, now when it has, both my knees were right up here by my ears, and then I'm rocking that wheel back and forth just like that until you get it. If you rock it too far forward, you're going to dive to the ground, you're dead. If you bring it too far back, then it's going to loop back and you're dead, either way you go. It's a very dangerous maneuver. There were some guys that were killed. It wasn't a requirement. So all the guys that did the snatch, they were all volunteers, and they told you how to do it. And then the instructor was not in the plane. So you did it right the first time or else. It's sort of like that, no motors, no parachutes, no second chances.
After flight training in Rochester, it was on to Greenville, South Carolina, where a near miss almost ended Goldie's flying career before it began.
There were two airfields there at Greenville. We were on one airfield, and it was night flying at the time, and I was on the ground at that time. There were other gliders up there. These were these little two-seater gliders, you know, and so they were coming in. They'd tow us, and we'd go all around over the countryside and everything. And incidentally, one of the guys that was in that training, and he was really a good pilot, he landed on top of a house, a flat roof house, and a two-story house, and he didn't know it on top of a house. So he got out of the glider and walked to the house and broke his leg, and that ended his thing as a glider pilot. And we never saw him again. They put him in the hospital. I don't remember his name, but that's one of the foolish things only a glider pilot would do. But then, here comes this B-24, and he thinks he's landing at the other airfield. And man alive, they see him coming in, and man, they get on the bullhorn and they're screaming, they're pushing gliders out of the way, the tow planes were getting out of the way and everything, and that guy came in and landed on our runway. Fortunately, he didn't hit anybody, but it scared living daylights out of everybody. And then they told him he was on the wrong runway. That little bit of excitement that night in Greenville. Right now, I am a hallelujah kid. World War II was the greatest adventure of my life. 95% of it was pure fun. 5% of it wasn't. Me and the Lord know that I'm not a hero. I was just a kid having fun.